All right. It's weird. Anyway, normal stuff going on. See, little extra energies. I remember once when this friend of mine who I work with, and we help each other, soulmates. Hey, we're back. Let's see if anybody else shows up. But it'll be there for posterity. What does my butt have to do with this? Years ago, we were working on creating a spa in Scottsdale, Arizona. And one day, the whole electrical system shut down on the whole property. It was a resort property. And they were thinking of, it wasn't doing that well. We were bringing in a plan to convert. Anyway, and Baba told us, we were sitting at our office, and he just said, offhandedly, well, we were kind of raying the place, and the old electrical system shut down on the whole resort for like all afternoon. It's crazy. I don't like to play with that, turning street lights off, jamming cash registers, shit like that. It certainly does happen, but don't go into too much. In my opinion on that, my view on that is, have your experience with it, but I like to, okay, it's a good topic actually, So as the intensity, as Baba and the masters that were helping me and my friend back then, they turned up the energy on the whole place. Because we're like anchors. We're like human acupuncture needles, We're kind of like grounding energies. And if you call on higher energies, they start boiling the whole earth, right? And so the whole electrical grid shut down on the whole resort. And Baba just laughed. He's kind of talking to us in the etheric, he's there. Oh, human current state electronics can't really handle the upgrades, right? So that's the same with us, right? We're being upgraded, downloaded, side-loaded, front-loaded, back-loaded. The spine, the tree of life, the river of life. So as these energies upgrade, things get fluid. And they form and unform, they dissolve. Disaster I was talking about. Now, my sense, I cannot get Lao Tzu and Buddha and the masters and Jesus to worry about it. They're so used to being fluid. We are terrified of our bodies dissolving, So, part of these intense energies, these upgrades, and I know it's being administered so lovingly. I am, personally, being totally lovingly administered, even though it's painful at times and scary. I know it's forcing me to let go. And that's what came up on our webcast last Sunday. Was basically people that are attending the webcast, most people are going through this stuff. They're going through personal upgrading, personal awakening, personal transformation, personal turning our bodies. We're going to turn our bodies back into light. Wow. That's kind of different than the Piscean age, Aquarian age, it's going to get liquid. So at this time, I have to be very tender, more and more tender with myself. Like one of the things for me, my old warrior self of fighting, pushing, Archangel Michael energy, cut their heads off with a big sword, fucking, kill the dragons, all that, right? Yeah. I'm shifting from battle stage to holding space, holding love, holding the bowl, just holding space is what Spirit's asking me to do. Partially for my own safety, because I've been a warrior so much, and if you've been a warrior, you've been fighting for one polarity. The other polarity knows where you are, who you are, and they have rights to get back at you. If you divided the world into this is good, this is evil, you've created a push. Yeah. This morning I was just saying to Joy, love is all there is. About an experience I had a couple of weeks ago of, I was feeling ancient energies that are mine, that I've been involved with. Some people would say demons. Where do the demons come from? Who creates them? We do. We are the creator gods. We are the creator gods. Most demons are pieces of us. And then some of those coalesce into giant, sort of big false god demons. But they're us. Or you can look at it this way, collective consciousness. If you have millions of people suppressing their real feelings, where do those real feelings go? It's like, where's the sewage go? The Toxic Avenger, remember that movie? Some creatures come out of the Black Lagoon, because they're us. It's our shit, our psychic shit, that we don't want to deal with. Or that we've made deals with for power. And when the collective soup gets that big, you affect the weather. We affect the weather. And we create false gods that we worship, Molechs and, whatever. Balls, the Aztec god, all those things. It's all real, but if you don't admit into yourself your pieces, if you reject your own pieces, where do they go? It's like a son or a daughter that you reject totally. They don't usually turn out so well. Or if you beat a dog continuously, one day it'll turn on you. So when you have a collective consciousness on earth where we're rejecting pieces of ourselves, it's blowback. It comes back at you. It's just physics. It's not, call it karma, whatever you want. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, there you go. Shell says, lovely background music as we think about our shit. Oh, it's so silly. Flip, flop, backwards and back and forth. So, anyways, the upgrade, it's at that spa that my friend and I were trying to start, right? And we were pretty intense energies, so it blew up the whole place. They ended up selling the hotel. I mean, it just dissolved the old form, right? But the whole electrical system would go out. So don't feed that monster. And I was watching a famous, much more famous guy than I, David Wilcock. Who cares, whatever. And Spirit's been showing me, I've loved his work and all that, but things are changing now. I don't want to do the battle, That's not my role. The battle needs to be done, David Icke. Awesome, go for it, do your thing, expose it, shove it in their face. But I'm not interested in that anymore. I'm interested in non-dual space, in holding unified field theory space. And I was watching David on his latest thing where he's got 3 cameras, it's never fucking working right, it's always falling apart, right? And it stresses you. I don't give a shit. My phone quits working. So, great, I'll go have a banana and listen to some music, right? All right, we'll get back on. We don't need all that fancy shit. Still trying to fit into the matrix. Other people's role, not mine. I'm easily dismissible. But anyway, so it's the energies as the intensity continues. My friend Mark and I talk about it. He goes, yeah, the beatings will continue until morale improves. Now, some of you young guys, that's from a movie. I think The Bridge over the River Kwai, This is clean out time on Earth. We've been told many times it's coming. Every prophecy in every religion, Samvartika fire that David Wilcock talks about. Sure, it's all true. But as these energy, the intensity has to get turned up. How many years have I been saying, here's the volume. It's at 4 right now. 4.5. It's going to go all the way to 10. Or like I joked about with Spinal Tap, all the way to an 11. As we're being cleaned and cleared out. So the intensity is probably not going away. So if you came here as a soul and you want to clean out, it's going to continue, So anyway, so be sweet to yourself. Do what you need to do. The body. My path is different than yours. You have the things you need to let go of. You're going to find inside yourself. The things you need to let in, the glory, the fun, the play, the laughter, humor and love. Humor and love. The only thing the devil doesn't have a defense against is humor and love. You know? Yeah, and so other symptoms, look up Kundalini symptoms if you're going through that stuff there. But be kind to yourself, you know? Be kind to yourself. I made a t-shirt that says, be kind. I walk around in public with it, you know? It's like, sort of like a protection, you know? Or other people get it and they go, oh, that's nice, that's sweet. And sometimes you need to purge. Old's got to go, and the new's coming in. So if you're feeling the intensity, don't worry, it's going to hit everyone. The water will touch everybody. But, so, you're not alone if you're feeling intensity. You're going, what's wrong with me? What the fuck's going on? Really tired, like Carol said. I feel all tired all the time, you know? Ringing in the ears and body aches, totally normal. I have it all the time. And then bliss. And then bliss. You know? Because I tell my friend who we work with, yeah, the matrix is Ma's tricks. The woman's womb, for sure. Ma and her tricks. Yeah, there you go. I tell him all the time, I go from feeling the best I've ever felt, my body is melted. My fingertips are in ecstasy. And then you need to sleep a lot more. I need to lay in bed 2 hours in the morning and do the inner body just to kind of stay even, keep up with the cleansing process. If we've chosen this, don't compare yourself to others who are like, hey, it's awesome, man. Great things are great on earth, man. I'm awesome. Everyone has their cleanup. Everyone has their clean up at their right timing, free will choice. I am quitting thinking that everyone should wake up. It's not the truth. And it will be joy. And maybe self-care, self-love, absolutely, whatever that takes. I bought some Cokes. Check this out. I'm going to blow the mind of, it's wrong. I bought a case of Coca-Cola that I used to get down in Mexico. The real stuff, made with cane sugar, not the crap they sell in the U.S. in the glass bottles. Why? Because it's a fond memory in me. Now I might drink half of that bottle at a time. I don't even drink a whole one. When it's dry, because I'm completing an old memory. Foods are a lot around that. Food or music, are around old memories. You're completing them. And then your body says, okay, thank you. I'm done with that desire. I completed that desire. Repressing it. So this takes many, many forms. Remembering my grandmother this morning. Starting to cry. Feeling the love from her and what a powerful soul she is. That starts to invite her. And I follow hints. People send me hints. Listen inside yourself what your own hints are. Someone sent me an email. I haven't written them back, and if you ever see this, God bless you, thank you. He said, Tobias, rooibos tea, this South African tea that has no caffeine in it, red bush tea, rooibos. He said, and do some manuka honey with it. And I said, that feels right. Now, a lot of the advice I get doesn't ring true for me, but that rang true. So I bought it. So I'm doing rooibos tea and manuka honey for 30 days. You're going to have strange and magic ways, mysterious ways that the universe is going to want to help you. This is us learning to find our own guidance. The guide dance. Your guide's dancing for you. Yeah. So, I'm not going crazy. I've just gotten over a little bit. I hope I stay there, God. Thank you for helping me. Feeling that, okay, this shit's serious, that I have physical problems and all that. And I just go, oh, okay, I get it. I've had now 20, 30 times where God has come in, or the Master's helping me, Jesus, Babaji, and so forth. And they just go, okay, we'll soften it for you. And I have to agree, wow, it goes from, wow, I'm feeling attacked from old shit, or scared or terrified, to, wow, all right. It continues, right? So I can't deny that it continues, the learning. I go from telling my friend, master teacher, shaman, wow, my body has never felt so good, ever. I'm melted. I feel like I'm turned into air and I'm walking on sunshine, that German girl song, walking on sunshine, right? And then back to the terror and the pain and the fuck. I call it bipolar spirituality. When you're cleaning out your shit, you're going to be a bit all over the place. The pendulum's going to swing. It's just how it is. Makes sense, right? It's like when you have a fever, you don't look your best. You don't know when you have the flu. Well, when you have the energy flu, Kundalini flu it's been called, your emotions can be all over the place, the body, all that stuff. Don't compare yourself to others. Take care, self-care. Take care of yourself. Double down. You know, whatever it takes for me to, yeah, your emotions are going to be all over the place, you know. Terror and total love. You know, God bless Joy for living with me. She's going through her own shit. And, but mine's not the same as hers. God told me in no uncertain terms about 4 or 5 days ago, said, don't tell her about that stuff that's happening to you. It's too much for her to hear right now. She's got her own stuff to go through. I didn't heed that advice, so we got into it the next morning because she said, I can't fucking take this shit anymore. You know, it's depressing to me. It's negative. Yeah. So don't expect others to be able to hear what you're talking about unless they're in the same place or the timing is right. Sometimes it'll feel incredibly alone. If you're going through this process, if you're happy making millions, starting a tech company, have a good time, enjoy it. All right, do your thing. Every soul is here for a different thing, and I'm not promoting struggleology or suffering or pain. I'm promoting being real with your process. Lots of ideas will come through. They're just theories, you know. On our webcast last week, I love what Natalie said. She said that theories come, and I think I know what's going on, and it just dissolves. Oh, here's another worldview, belt on shot. Oh, I know what's going on now. No, you don't. You know, it's like dissolving realities. It's teaching us to learn to be comfortable with not knowing. Last year, I heard this in my head, God is ignorant. Just a shock, you know. I don't think I made the video. 2 weeks later, Sadhguru had a video up called Shiva is Ignorant. We're on the same download. I go, yeah, that's what I felt. Because God is willing to not know. That's how God's source, the unity, the Tao, creates new things, because it says, I don't know what's going to happen here. And it's when we're stuck in our head, egos, minds, we think, we need to know, I need an explanation, I need the 7 steps, I need the ultimate scientific. It's not going to work. If you're going for oneness, or if you're going for melting, the old has to melt. You know? Did you really, Carolina? Yeah. 2 weeks before Sadhguru did that, I heard it. I don't know if I did a video on it called God is Ignorant. I don't think I went to it. I said, I can't put that out there. It'll draw too much haters, you know. But, yeah, I got the same message. God's ignorant just means I don't know, agnostic. Ignorance, no knowing. God's willing to not know. That's courageous. When you always have to know, who's going to be at the party? Shall we go? Who's going to... let's just go, see what happens. Yeah. All these things, Dennis, all these things you guys are saying, you're not alone. We're not alone. There's thousands, hundreds of millions of people across the planet that are going through this. Because of my situation, you know, I see it all the time with people. So I know what's going on. When you're in a place where you're like, whoa, what's going on? And I can't explain it to anybody, that can be a little tougher. So if you feel like having support from this, you know, join us on the webcast on Sundays. It costs some money. If you buy 10 of them, it's $150. That's 2.5 months. If you can't pay, if you literally don't have any money, just let me know. But you can't fake that. You got to get real with it. You know, if you're still buying Coke and Pepsi and beers and drugs and shit and wasting your money on a coffee at Starbucks every day, you're not going to, you know, asking for free stuff. That's not it. All right. Much love. The intensity likely will continue with the closer we get to the flow. It's teaching us to be in the center, to be balanced, to be connected instead of. So what Christians used to call the rod of correction, like, you're off the path, back this way. Why do they use that image? Because they would do that with the sheep and the cattle. They'd have a little rod that would tell them to stay this way. We're getting corrected, and it's not. Don't blame it on God. When I talk to God about it, he says, look, this is you doing it to yourself. Your soul, you wanted this. You want to get back to center. You want to upgrade. You want to let go of the old Tobias. Yeah. You're asking for this. If I bitch at God, the universe, the Tao, I need to, I need to make money still. You know, I can't do, I still got things to pay for, like electricity, right? And food. So yeah. Love you guys. Yeah. Ciao. I don't know why the phone shut down. It's weird, but normal, right? Okay. Bye.